Hey everybody, this is Brittany. Welcome back to my garden. This will be my updates for week 17 and 18. I could have done a weekly update last week, but since we are heading into autumn, there's not a lot of stuff happening in my garden, and so I decided that you guys would just be better served by seeing a different video last Sunday. And so today I'll be doing my updates for the last 2 weeks. So here's one of my back gardens, and you'll see my Jerusalem artichokes are still extremely large. So those won't be coming out of the ground until October, so I'm interested in seeing what happens with that. Over here is my alpine strawberry, and what's kind of neat about that is there's still plenty of flowers, some developing strawberries, a nice sized one right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to get some because we have had some developing strawberries in the past this summer, but unfortunately the critters have gotten them, so only time will tell if we actually get any of the strawberries. I hope we do because I'd like to actually taste one. My little rogue tomato here has gotten quite large. As you can see, we decided to stake it up, and it has surpassed the top rung of the cage. There are a couple developing green tomatoes. There's some really nice ones here. So hopefully those get a chance to ripen before the first frost comes. My rhubarb is pretty much ready to go to bed for the winter. I got a huge harvest back in the summer, and if you're on my Instagram you'll have seen a picture of that. Although there are still some stalks there, I'm thinking that it might be good just to leave them so that, you know, the rhubarb can sort of get as much energy collected as possible so that it can come back next spring. My sweet potatoes, of course, are still rampaging throughout this garden. They'll be coming out maybe in the next week or so. Apparently, sweet potatoes don't really grow much if the soil temperature is under 18 degrees. I'm probably going to take a meat thermometer and check that soil temperature soon. And then here's my little fruit patch. I'm waiting on the nursery to get out its fall catalog, and then I'll be ordering a couple more fruit bushes. But my alpine strawberries here that I grew from seed are doing quite well, so I'm happy about that. Here we have my trellis that was originally built for the kiwi plants, but has really served more as a zucchini trellis this year. I mean, my kiwi plants are still there, so this is the female, and it's done pretty well. This part here is already starting to twine around the trellis, which is cool. My male, it's got only this little bit here that's alive, so I might have to replace it come spring, I'm not sure. But this zucchini plant is doing quite well. This is my specialty climbing zucchini, and I imported the seeds from France. So I was really hoping that I'd be able to get a zucchini in time to save some seeds so that I don't have to try and find this rare variety again. But I'm not sure about that. So far we've only gotten male flowers, which can be seen right here, the way that there's no bulge or anything, it's just a straight stem before the flower. That's a male flower. This did appear, you see here there's a little bulge at the base of the flower. That's a female flower. Unfortunately that has turned yellow, so I don't know how well it's going to continue growing. This one, however, is still nice and green, and it does seem to have grown a bit, so I'm hoping that, again, if we can keep getting some decent warmth on the next couple weeks, that maybe this will actually develop into a zucchini. So here in my other front garden, I'm really excited about these 3 tomatoes. In the rest of the garden, unfortunately, I've had a problem with critters stealing my big green tomatoes, or as soon as the tomatoes start to change color, they'll take them. But these tomatoes, because they're on trellis, I'm thinking that they might be a little protected. So you can see this one is quite large. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully they'll get a chance to ripen. And here is my achocha vine. It just finally started putting out fruit. You can see two really big ones right here. It's hard because of the shade, but basically they're like these teardrop green fruit. Well, I tried a smaller one that I think wasn't ripe yet, and it wasn't that great, so I'm thinking I might let it go a bit longer, and then maybe I'll do a video talking a bit about growing them, but also actually doing a taste test of a ripe achocha. So here's a mess of a tomato plant that we tried to stake, but it didn't really work out too well. And there's a couple nice cherry tomatoes there, so hopefully those will survive and not be taken off by the critters. We have some really nice bell peppers here. This one in particular is looking like it's going to get to a nice size. There's a tomato here that I've tried to protect by covering it a bit with some pantyhose. In past videos you've probably heard me talk about this too. It was a trick I heard from Callie Kim 29 that she uses to keep rats from nibbling on her tomatoes, so I thought maybe it'll work on squirrels too. On this jalapeno plant, there's at least two nice jalapenos growing, and I've already harvested one or two off of the plant, and then here there's 5 growing there. With this broccoli plant, we actually took off a nice head, and so there are some little side shoots coming off, so I don't know if those are going to really develop into anything substantial. I'm still hoping that my other broccoli plants will start to produce. My bunch of hot peppers, which I started from seed and transplanted when they were really tiny, are finally starting to grow something. So here's kind of a neat purple pepper right here, and there's a smaller one there and there, as well as there's a bunch more flowers, so I'm not sure if they'll be able to develop into a pepper by the time frost hits, but this one I should definitely be able to get soon. There's some nice little cucumbers here, one there, one back there. So that's it for my updates. Not too exciting. We are again heading into fall, so things are kind of winding down. I'm just kind of taking it a day at a time though until the frost hits, because there are still some plants that I really want to squeeze a last little bit of growth out of. Thank you for following along with me, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're interested in seeing more of my garden, please hit subscribe. I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy gardening!